Welcome to Lesson 43, Estimate Decimal Sums and Differences. Lesson 43 of Numbers and Operations. Here's our objective for the day. Here's our vocabulary, some rules and notes for you to read over. Okay, so getting to our first example. Estimate the sum or difference by rounding each number to the nearest tenth. So, again, place value here is very important. And here's the 10th spot. Here's the 10th spot. So you're going to round these numbers to 410.3 plus 18. And when you line up addition and subtraction, you have to line it up by the decimal. And I'll write 18.0 on there. And we'll add it on the next page. So, rounding to the 10th gave us 410.3 plus 18.0. And we get 428 3/10. So rounding is not exact. It's not a precise number, but it gets us close. And what is rounding useful for? Rounding is very useful for when you're in a grocery store or when you're out buying something and you need to quickly add and subtract numbers. You just round it to the nearest, pick a place value, the nearest 10, the nearest 1, the nearest tenth, and you'll get very close. Okay, so now we're going to round here to the nearest hundredth. And we can see that this number does not have a hundredth place. And when we have decimals and we round, everything goes to the nearest zero. And so this will be straight adding. Okay, so we're just going to line everything up. 8.06, 7.77, 8.45, and 7.90. 6 and 7 is 13, plus 5 is 18. 7 plus 4 is 11, plus 1 is 12, plus 9 is 21. 10, 17, 25, and 7 is 32. Okay, that's example 2. Now, round to the highest place value of the decimal. The highest place value of the decimal is actually tenths. That's the largest decimal's place value. The thousandths and 10,000ths here are the lowest place because they're closest to 0. The 10th are closest to 1 in actual, I guess if you would think about it in terms of money, your dimes are higher than pennies, but these red marks don't even represent pennies. So we're going to round. We look to the right of the 1. It's a 3. It's 5 or it's 0 to 4. So this stays 8.1. We look to the right of the 0. 8 is bigger than 5, so we have 7.1. And now we add. And then 8.1 plus 7.1 becomes 15.2. Okay, so that's the end of our examples, and I will see you at the end of this video for the recap. Okay, so here we're going to round to the nearest tenth. So tenth, so this should be 0.9 plus 0.4 or subtract. Should give us 0.5. Problem 2. Round to the nearest hundredth. Our hundredth, identify our place value. 9.20 minus 3.76. And we're going to have to borrow. 10 minus 6 is 4. 1 can't subtract 7, so we have to borrow. Make that 8, make that 11. 11 minus 7 is 4. 8 minus 3 is 5. Problem 3. Round to the highest place value. The highest place value is tenth. So 5.3. And look, gets tricky here. You have to increase this one. This one increases to 0, but then you get another one here. So 4.98 will round to 5.0. And then 5.0 again. And you get 15.3 when you add them. And this is the end of estimating decimal addition. So I'll see you on the next video. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to subscribe.